First contact. Fragile visitors. The massive ship appeared on a Tuesday morning, silently slipping through Earth's atmosphere to hover above Chicago like a metallic moon. Unlike the catastrophic arrivals depicted in movies, this ship did not blast landmarks or unleash alien hordes. It simply hung there, sleek and silent, causing nothing more dramatic than traffic jams and crashed servers as humanity collectively lost its mind. Dr. Mira Santos was elbow-deep in bacterial samples when her lab's emergency system blared. As the foremost expert on extremophiles, organisms that thrived in Earth's most hostile environments, she hadn't expected to be relevant to first contact. Yet within hours, she found herself in a hastily assembled command center beneath the Pentagon, surrounded by military personnel and bewildered scientists. They're requesting to land and establish diplomatic relations, General Hayden announced, looking at the assembled experts. They've chosen Dr. Santos as their primary scientific contact. Mira nearly dropped her tablet. Me? Why? They specifically asked for an expert on survivalist organisms in hostile conditions. That's your field, isn't it? When the alien delegation finally emerged from their ship 3 days later, nobody expected them to look so delicate. The 5 beings moved with careful, hesitant steps inside what appeared to be environmental suits. They were tall and willowy with iridescent skin visible through transparent sections of their protective gear. Their 4 eyes, arranged in a diamond pattern, blinked asynchronously as they took in their surroundings. "I am Envoy Threll," the lead alien said through a translation device. Its voice sounded like wind chimes. "We represent the Galactic Communion, a cooperative of 17 sentient species. We approach with peaceful intent, but must express our profound concern about meeting on your planetary surface." Mira stepped forward, trying to hide her nervousness. "Welcome to Earth, Envoy Threll. I'm Dr. Mira Santos. May I ask why you're concerned?" All 4 of Threll's eyes widened simultaneously. "You stand before us unprotected. Our scans indicate this planet maintains crushing gravitational force, lethal atmospheric pressure, extreme temperature variations, and hosts millions of predatory microorganisms. We have classified Earth as a Class 9 death world." A murmur ran through the human delegation. Mira cleared her throat. "This is normal for us. We evolved here." The aliens collectively took a step back. One of them whispered something that made the translator emit a sound like a startled hiccup. "Impossible," Threll said. "No sentient species could evolve in such conditions." Mira couldn't help but smile. "Yet here we stand. On what kind of world did your species evolve?" "We come from Eleanor, a low-gravity moon orbiting a gas giant. Our atmospheric pressure is 1/3 of yours. Our temperature range varies by only 5 of your Celsius degrees year-round. We have no predatory species larger than what you would call an insect." General Hayden coughed into his hand. "So you're saying you're fragile?" The translator hesitated before conveying Threll's response. "We prefer environmentally specialized." Over the next week, the Communion aliens established a protected environmental dome for their embassy. Inside, they reduced gravity to 0.4 G, purified the air to hospital standards, and maintained a constant 22 degrees Celsius temperature. Every alien wore what they called defensive garments whenever leaving the dome. Mira found herself fascinated by their caution. During a cultural exchange dinner, where the aliens consumed nutrients through specialized membranes rather than risk oral intake, she brought up her research. "I study extremophiles, organisms that survive in what we consider hostile environments. Bacteria that live in volcanic vents, microbes thriving in radioactive waste, fungi growing in the Atacama Desert." Threll's skin paled to a sickly white. "You intentionally study such organisms, without containment protocols." "Well, we have safety measures, but..." The alien's horror only intensified when Dr. Jayesh Kumar, a climatologist, casually mentioned hurricanes, earthquakes, and volcanic eruptions as natural phenomena we've adapted to. "And your young survive these conditions?" asked another alien named Vex. "Kids are remarkably resilient." Jace laughed. "My daughter broke her arm climbing a tree last year and was back climbing again within weeks." The translator actually shut down for a moment, apparently unable to process the concept. The real trouble began when Mira's team showed the aliens footage of everyday human activities. Swimming in oceans prompted gasps. Mountain climbing caused one alien to emit a high-pitched keening sound. When they showed humans skydiving, 3 aliens required medical attention. "Perhaps we should stop the video," Mira suggested. "One question," Thrall managed, its voice trembling. "Do all humans engage in these death-defying activities?" "Not all of us," Mira admitted, "but they're considered normal recreational pursuits." The meeting had just resumed when the facility doors burst open, and a security officer rushed in, face ashen. "Dr. Santos, General Hayden, we've received an emergency transmission from the communion ship." Thrall rose immediately, body rigid with tension. "What has happened?" The officer looked from the aliens to the humans. "According to their long-range sensors, a fleet of ships has changed course and is now heading directly toward Earth. They'll arrive in approximately 4 months." "Who are they?" General Hayden demanded. Thrall's 4 eyes focused on the general. "They are the Dominion, a militaristic species that evolved on a world similar to yours. They are conquistadors who take what they want by force." "And they're coming here because?" Mira asked, already guessing the answer. "Because of our arrival," Thrall admitted. "They must have intercepted our transmissions about Earth. We did not use proper encryption protocols. We didn't think it necessary for a death world." Mira finished. "Yes, the Dominion fears no species but is always seeking strategic advantages. A planet of naturally evolved deathworlders would be of immense interest to them." "As what? Allies or specimens?" General Hayden's voice had gone cold. "Most likely as soldiers," Vex interjected. "Their forces are formidable, but imagine if they could harness beings evolved to survive in conditions that would kill most sentient species." "So they want to recruit us?" Jace asked. Thrall's skin darkened to a deep blue. "No, Doctor. The Dominion does not recruit. They subjugate, control, and when necessary, genetically modify species to serve their purposes." The room fell silent. Finally, General Hayden spoke. "How many ships? What kind of weapons? What are their vulnerabilities?" "Approximately 20 capital ships," Thrall responded. "Their technology is similar to ours, but weaponized. Energy weapons, gravity manipulators, neural disruptors." "Can the Communion help us fight them?" Mira asked. The aliens exchanged glances. "We are not warriors," Thrall admitted. "Our species evolved without the constant threat of predators or natural disasters. We developed technology to avoid conflict, not engage in it." "How many worlds has the Dominion conquered?" Jace asked. 7 in the last century," Vex answered. "None have successfully resisted." General Hayden's laugh contained no humor, but they've never encountered humans before. "You cannot possibly think," Thrall began. "Oh, but I do," the general interrupted. "You're terrified of Earth. Our gravity, our germs, our weather. Everything that's normal to us seems deadly to you." The slow smile spread across his face. "But if these Dominion forces evolved on a world similar to yours, then Earth itself becomes our greatest weapon." Mira felt a strange chill run down her spine as understanding dawned. "You want to use Earth as a trap?" "Exactly, Doctor." The general turned to the aliens. "Envoy Thrall, I believe we need to discuss strategy. Your Communion may not be warriors, but you understand the Dominion better than we do, and we understand Earth better than anyone." Thrall looked at its companions, then back at the humans. "You would use your own world as a battlefield?" "No," Mira said, surprising herself with her own intensity. "We would use our home as a fortress. This death world you fear so much. It's the world that made us who we are. And now, It will help us stay free. The Dominion won't know what hit them, General Hayden added grimly. Welcome to Operation Earthshock. As the meeting adjourned to begin planning Earth's defense, Mira caught Threll studying her with all four eyes. You are not what we expected, the alien said softly. What did you expect? From Deathworlders. Brutish, simple creatures focused only on survival. Threll's skin rippled with colors. Not scientists and philosophers willing to defend a world that seems designed to kill you. That's the thing about evolving on a death world, Mira replied. You don't just learn to survive. You learn to live, to adapt, to thrive despite everything. And most importantly, she smiled, you learn to never give up. Operation Earthshock. Fighting back. The 4 months before the Dominion's arrival passed in a blur of frantic preparation. Humanity, for once united by a common threat, worked alongside the Communion aliens, who provided invaluable intelligence about their common enemy. The Dominion evolved on a world with 0.7 Earth gravity and a much narrower temperature range, Mira explained during a global defense briefing. Their environmental suits are designed for combat, not survival in diverse conditions. Their primary advantage has always been technological superiority, Threll added. But they've never encountered a species that considers their natural environment a tactical asset. Operation Earthshock took shape, rather than meeting the Dominion in space, where humanity would be outmatched. Earth would invite them down to the surface. The planet itself would become humanity's greatest ally. General Hayden coordinated with militaries worldwide to prepare specialized environmental traps. Weather manipulation systems originally designed to mitigate climate change were repurposed to create localized storms. Seismologists identified fault lines where controlled detonations could trigger earthquakes. Biologists like Mira adapted extremophile bacteria to target the Dominion's environmental systems. Are you certain this is ethical? Threll asked Mira as they worked together in her lab. Mira paused, a petri dish of bacteria capable of rapidly corroding certain metals in her hand. Is it ethical to defend ourselves against conquest? Yes. We're not creating bioweapons to kill them. We're creating environmental challenges they'll have to overcome. The distinction seems academic when the result is the same, Threll observed. The result isn't the same, Mira countered. They have a choice. They can retreat. We're simply making the cost of invasion too high. The day the Dominion fleet appeared in Earth's orbit, the planet held its breath. The alien armada was intimidating. 24 warships arranged in battle formation, their hulls covered with what appeared to be weapons arrays. Attention, Earth forces, came the transmission. This is Commander Vrax of the Dominion fleet. Your planet is now under our protection. We require your immediate surrender and the transfer of 500,000 of your strongest specimens for evaluation. President Reyes, chosen to represent Earth, responded from the United Nations. Commander Vrax, we respectfully decline your offer. However, we invite you to send a delegation to discuss terms. We have prepared a secure landing zone. The secure landing zone was a trap, a stretch of the Sahara Desert rigged with hidden technology. When 3 Dominion shuttles descended, carrying what appeared to be heavily armored troops, they found only a small human delegation waiting. Dominion soldiers emerged from their craft, hulking figures in mechanized suits bearing weapons. Despite their environmental protection, they moved with visible discomfort in Earth's gravity. You will surrender your leaders immediately, demanded their commander, a gravelly voice emanating from a helmet adorned with trophies from conquered worlds. Colonel Maya Rodriguez, chosen for her combat experience, stepped forward. Of course. They're waiting at our command center. We'll escort you. The journey to the command center took the Dominion forces through carefully planned kill zones. First came a flash flood in a ravine, timed to the second by hydrologists. Then a localized sandstorm, enhanced by weather control satellites, which clogged the Dominion's filtration systems. By the time they reached the false command center, actually an abandoned mining facility, half their environmental suits were malfunctioning, and their communications with the fleet were coincidentally disrupted by a solar flare that Earth scientists had predicted weeks earlier. Similar scenarios play out globally. Dominion landing parties found themselves in the heart of monsoons in India, facing avalanches in the Alps, and struggling through rapidly shifting terrain in Japan, where controlled fault line detonations created unpredictable ground shifts. Meanwhile, Mira led a team that released engineered bacteria into selected landing zones. Within hours, the microorganisms had infiltrated the Dominion's environmental systems, causing cascading failures. Their suits are designed to keep out known contaminants, she explained to Threll, who monitored the situation from the safety of the communion dome. But Earth's microbiome is completely foreign to them. We've simply introduced them to some of our more persistent local residents. The Dominion commander, furious at the deception, ordered orbital bombardment, only to discover that Earth had repurposed satellites to create a defensive energy field, using technology provided by the Communion. We cannot break through their defenses, a Dominion lieutenant reported to Commander Vrax. And our ground forces are reporting catastrophic environmental failures. This planet, it's actively fighting against us. When 15 Dominion capital ships attempted to land directly, creating their own secure perimeters, they encountered humanity's final trap. Carefully controlled earthquakes damaged their landing struts, while sudden temperature fluctuations, dropping from desert heat to near freezing in minutes, stressed their hull materials beyond tolerance. 3 days into the invasion, with half their fleet crippled and ground forces in disarray, Commander Vrax requested communication with Earth's leaders. "This planet is uninhabitable," he declared, mandibles clicking with fury. "Your species must have been genetically engineered to survive here." President Reyes smiled. "No engineering required, Commander. This is simply home." "You turned your world into a weapon," Vrax accused. "No," Mira interjected, standing beside the president. "We simply stopped protecting you from it. This is Earth as it naturally is. Beautiful, dangerous, unpredictable. We've evolved alongside hurricanes and earthquakes, bacteria and viruses, predators and extreme environments. We don't just survive here, we thrive here." The Dominion retreat began the next day. As their remaining ships limped away from Earth orbit, humanity celebrated its first interstellar victory, one achieved not through superior firepower, but through superior adaptation. In the aftermath, relations with the Communion transformed. Threll and the other envoys studied humans with new respect and fascination. "We misunderstood you," Threll admitted to Mira as they watched the last Dominion ship disappear from tracking systems. "We saw your world as a prison that shaped you into survivors. But it's more than that, isn't it?" Mira nodded. "Earth didn't just make us strong, it made us creative. When you live on a world that's constantly changing, constantly challenging you, you learn to adapt, to innovate, to find solutions where others see only problems." "The Dominion will return," Threll warned. "They do not accept defeat easily." "Let them come," General Hayden said, joining them. "Earth will be ready. And next time, we won't just be defending our world, we'll be helping defend yours too." As news of Earth's victory spread through the galaxy, other species began to look at the small blue planet with new eyes. The death world that had seemed so terrifying now represented something else entirely: hope. If these humans could defeat the Dominion using little more than their homeworld's natural challenges, what else might they accomplish? 6 months later, the Galactic Communion formally invited Earth to join their alliance, the first Class 9 death world ever offered membership. The agreement came with an unusual warning, drafted by Threll personally. "To all galactic visitors, Earth is not safe. You've been warned. The humans who call this deadly world home welcome peaceful visitors, but will not tolerate threats. They have made peace with their dangerous planet and will use it to defend their freedom. Proceed with caution and respect." Mira kept a copy of the warning framed in her laboratory, right next to a culture of the bacteria that had helped save humanity. Both reminded her of the same essential truth: On Earth, even the smallest organisms could change the course of galactic history, simply by adapting to conditions others found impossible. After all, that's what humans had always done best.